What's up everybody? So today I have a very awesome track car to show you guys. Behind me is a 2012 Lotus Evora GTS, one of only 3 ever produced. Huge shout out to Maserati Lotus of Greenville for providing this vehicle for me to share with you guys today. Definitely check out their website in the description below. And if you guys enjoy the video, give it the thumbs up. Be sure to click on that subscribe button down below, like our Facebook page, and follow us on Instagram. So of the 3 cars ever constructed by the Lotus Motorsport division in Hethel, England, 2 of them made it to the United States. And both of those cars are here at Maserati Lotus of Greenville. The one back in England was converted to be a street legal vehicle. While the laws and regulations are a little bit different here in the US, these 2 are still track only vehicles. And just an interesting fact, both of these GTSs are eligible to race in the Lotus Cup Series and the European Endurance Championship. And this one behind me even has a track day under its belt, doing a few holiday laps at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. So let's go ahead and check out the rest of this car. Under the hood is a mid-mounted supercharged 3.5 liter V6 engine. This particular vehicle is paired to the 6-speed manual transmission. On the standard Evora, the IPS 6-speed automatic with paddle shifters is also available. On paper, the GTS produces 345 horsepower at 6,500 RPM and 295 feet-pounds of torque at 4,500 RPM. This vehicle is of course rear-wheel drive, weighing in around 2,700 pounds, which is roughly 400 pounds lighter than the standard Evora. The 0 to 60 time is 4.4 seconds for the manual Evora S, so this GTS should be closer to the 4-second mark. And this vehicle also has a larger gas tank than the Evora. It's at 17 gallons, which is perfect for the track. Starting with the front end, the GTS has a nice subtle look along with the red tow hook and a functional grille opening to provide cooling to the engine. The large hood scoops are also functional as well and have a really cool design. The side profile has a very sleek and elegant design, and the silver Rimstack Pro Race 18-inch aluminum wheels are wrapped in Michelin slicks, along with more functional air vents behind the front tires. The yellow pinstripe adds to the contrast of the vehicle along with the red Brembo brakes, and the coaxial coil springs give it an aggressive stance. And finishing off in the rear with the center-mounted exhaust pipe, it has the DE manifold, competition silencer, and cat bypass pipe, the awesome-looking spoiler with Lotus written along the top with the flags on both sides, and of course Lotus written out between the LED taillights. Getting in and out of the GTS is not too bad with the roll cage in your way. Once you get your right foot up and over, you kind of just fall back into the seat. Then you definitely need to lift your left leg up a little bit to get up and to clear the roll cage. Then to get out, you just simply reverse that step, get your left leg up and over the roll cage. You can grab onto the steering wheel and the roll cage itself and then push your way out. So it's not too bad, but definitely once you're in, you're going to want to stay in there for a while. And now with the key, we'll go ahead and take a more in-depth view of the interior. Inside, this car is definitely built for the track. You guys can see that everything has been taken off the door panel. There's no handle or electronic buttons. You have this strap to shut the door, and of course your release to get out. This vent is not hooked up. It would have come through here. There would have been a circle there. You can already see the full roll cage throughout this car, and of course the Sparco racing seats. These things are really cool. You can see all the bolstering to them. They're definitely going to hold you in, even around the shoulders here. And the back seats have been replaced with the roll cage as well. This thing is throughout the entire vehicle. Let's go ahead and hop inside. Now with the key, we'll go ahead and start this vehicle, and it's a little bit different than a normal vehicle. Once you insert the key here, you need to press on this green button, and then with my foot on the clutch and brake, I can go ahead and start it up. Alright, so now it is time to get behind the wheel of this GTS. And I've never had to put a 6-point harness on before to drive a vehicle. I feel like I am being strapped right into a go-kart. Alright, so let's go ahead, push on that green button. And you can definitely, even in sport mode, that exhaust is pretty loud behind you. Alright, so being behind the wheel of the GTS is so incredible. I drove an Evora S a few weeks ago. That video will be in the description below. And so far, this is completely different than the S. Of course, the seats are different. You have a removable steering wheel. The interior noise level in this vehicle is definitely much louder than the S. Obviously with no floor mats, full roll cage seat, basic strip down, even at low speeds, this thing is super loud, and that's awesome to hear, especially going around the track. I would love to hear this thing really open up. In comparing this clutch to the Evora S, it feels exactly the same. It's very lightweight, the shifts are smooth, so I could see being out on a track event having no issues with, a tired left leg, and you would just be able to control this car very well around the track. The suspension in this car is insane. Obviously it's set up for track events, and I'm on a road now that's not the smoothest. You can see I'm bouncing around a little bit, trying to find smooth parts in the road here, but it feels so cool to be in a vehicle set up for the track. I could definitely see this handling extremely well. Visibility is not as good as an Evora S. As you can see, there's no window out the rear, and there's no rear view mirror either. So you're solely relying on your side mirrors, but out on a track day, your focus should be straight out in front of you. Other than seeing some people coming up on either side of you, you're going to be looking straight ahead. And these Sparco racing seats are awesome. I'm strapped in. I feel very tucked inside this car. They fit me just like a glove. They're super tight. They hug very well even around the shoulders, and on both sides of my legs it's even pretty tight. So going around turns on a track, this handling in this vehicle, you'd be really solid in your seat with not a lot of wiggle room, so that's perfect for the track. So being able to drive this car is definitely something that's very special. These floorboards, like I said, they're stripped down, not much on the dash, no back seats, no full roll cage, and even a strap on the handle here. So I would definitely want to take this car to the track. It would be an incredible, incredible track day to experience the power behind this vehicle. And to shut the vehicle off, you simply turn the key like you would on a normal vehicle, but in this case you have to push the green button again, and you're all set. Starting off with this Sparco steering wheel. Definitely not every day you get to see one like this. It's a lot smaller than your average steering wheel, of course. Be very easy to maneuver around the track, and it's also removable. So if you need that extra space to get in and out, you can do that as well. And then just pop it right back into place. Moving on from the steering wheel, on the left side, we have your headlight switches. This is the gas cap release, traction control, and then the sport mode button, which changes the note on the exhaust as you just heard. A very nice looking gauge setup. You still have your blinker switch here and wiper blades on the right side. Along the center, we have 2 functional air vents. Where the navigation screen would be on the Evora, we have the window controls, the side mirror controls, and this button is used to start the vehicle like I showed you. This is an emergency cutoff switch and the hazard button. These 6 buttons are all blanks. And down below are all your AC controls. And then of course this is the 6-speed manual. And reverse is up and to the left. Of course there's no backup camera on this vehicle. A lot of things have been taken out of this vehicle to reduce the weight. You can see the floorboards have no carpet or anything. There's no glove box down there. There's even no rear view mirror. So you just have to rely on your side mirrors. And we'll take a look at the full roll cage inside here. It's pretty awesome to see that. There's no view out of the rear, and the back seats have been filled up with more of the roll cage and just completely stripped. And then we have the very cool Sparco racing seats with the 6-point harness setup. Now we'll go ahead and take a look at the trunk space. And rather than pushing on a button on the dash like the normal Evora, there's a grab handle back here. You just give that a good pull, and that will release the trunk. And we'll go ahead and take a look at that. Obviously it's been stripped as well. You do have easy access to your battery. So this space probably won't be used that often, but it is there in case you need it. We'll go ahead and take another quick look behind the seats. You can see the full roll cage and how no back seats, completely taken out. Very neat to see. Let's go ahead and check out some of the features on the GTS again. We have the functional vents behind the front tires, the 18-inch wheels with Michelin racing slicks, very cool pinstripe with GTS written out, and of course the rear wing. We got the flag on both sides with Lotus written along the top. Here's the rear diffuser, that center mounted exhaust pipe. There's no handbrake on this vehicle, so we need that to keep it from rolling. And 2 cool features on this vehicle. For the track, you have a fire extinguisher and I believe an emergency cutoff switch. So you have to remove those caps when you're out on the track. So if anything were to happen, you have those ready and available to you. I hope you guys enjoyed that video as much as I did. To be able to find 3 cars ever made in the world and take a look at 2 of them today is an incredible experience, and I can't thank Maserati Lotus of Greenville enough for allowing me this opportunity to be able to share this vehicle with all of you. Definitely check out their website in the description below, and if you enjoyed the video, give it the thumbs up. Be sure to click on that subscribe button down below, like our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram. I'll see you guys next video.